Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video review, and today we're taking a look at the Diamond Select Toys Iron Giant. And right off the bat, I'm gonna say if you want a solid Iron Giant figure, get this guy. He's pretty cheap. I'll go over a little bit more, but I'd recommend this figure if you're a big fan of the Iron Giant. So I guess first things first, the look. I'd say the colors are a bit off. I think maybe he's a little too light. But it doesn't bother me too much. It's also been a while since I've seen the film. And then as for the detailing, I think it's quite good. You really only have two colors, but I think they work very well. Here, let me sit them down so you can... Oh no. Oh no. Let me sit him down so you can see him a bit better, because this guy is really tall. There we go. Yeah, that's a good look at him. You can see all the little rivets. You can see the color separation, the dark gray, lighter gray. I think the rivets are painted. Yeah. Oh, just bumped the mic. I think they are painted. Detail. Oh, he's got the little bump on his head, as you can see. This is painted the gray. So I mean, detail wise, I think it's all there. It's all really it's all sculpted really nicely. You know, you even get detail on the bottom of his feet for the thrusters. The back though, that it kind of bothers me a little bit, but not too much since you won't be seeing it all that much. But you can see like the battery pack and the screw and the big on-off switch. We'll get to that in a little bit. I don't want to spoil it just yet. And then on his inner thighs, I guess you could say, he's also got screw holes. There, you can see it there, and on the back as well. So those bother me a little bit just because the shine kind of throws it all off, but it's not too big of a deal either way. Alright, hold up. Gotta get this guy properly situated because he's a bit finicky. Oh, he's not even in frame. Come on, stand. Stand tall. Tall and proud. There we go, I'm happy with that. Articulation wise, I'd say he's really good. Mine is a bit loose, I will say. Specifically the head. Like, if I move this guy around... Come on. Come on. You weren't doing it. Okay, here. You saw I turned him. Here. Come on. I don't know if that was caught on camera or not, but his head is just really loose on mine. I don't know if they're all like that or not, but it is on mine. His mouth opens. You can get it to open quite wide. that looks kind of funny if you ask me. I don't think it's supposed to go back that far, but you can if you want. Come on. There we go. And he can look up and down some, but not too much. And again, full 360 at the head. His arms swivel here. At this section, they can go all the way around. It's a bit odd to do since he's such a tall figure and I have to move back farther. Here, maybe just bring him in. So yeah, full 360. You can go out pretty good, pretty well, and actually go out and up a bit. He's got a oh no, oops. Let's move him off to the side for now. He's got a rotation. Where is it? Trying to find it. Here, like right here is where the rotation is. It's kind of tight, so it's a bit hard to move. He's got an elbow joint. Then go back that far and forward that far. It's pretty good, but this piece here is kind of loose, so it comes out pretty easily. I think the reason for that is because he's I don't know if Diamond Select Toys are going to make another version of him, or if they're going to make, you know, some kind of accessory pack. But I'm assuming it's for, you know, his, what's it called? his weapon arm, I guess. You could probably tighten that up if it really bothers you that much. For me, I might actually do that, since I don't think I'd be getting a second version of this guy anyways. But moving on, his hands are pretty nicely articulated. All the way around, up and down, with no problem at all. Then his waist, and go back that far, so a pretty fair amount. Hold on. This is the problem with big figures. You can't really see it that much, but it goes back a decent bit. It can go forward a decent bit as well. It can rotate at this point here, so swivel here. Kind of, he kind of goes side to side, but not really. Like, there's a little bit there, but not too much. Alright, I think he's got a ball joint on his legs. It looks like a ball joint. You can go all the way around. Up real far. Down. Then, do they rotate? I don't think it does up here, but it does at the knee, so it rotates here. And another one of the issues I have with this figure is that he can kick forward. And it's not loose exactly, but it's not the tightest either. He can go back that far, by the way, so not too far. I might try and add something here just to stop it from going forward, because it does get a little bit difficult to stand him up properly, because the leg kind of wants to go forward. Again, rotation. Then feet can go up that far, back that far, and now ankle tilt. So articulation, I'd say it's above average for this figure. Now, I guess accessories time. He comes with quite a few accessories, I'd say, for a $30 figure. So as you saw earlier, he comes with a miniature Hogarth, and he is magnetic. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. There's a screw in his butt. You probably can't see it, but it's there. I kind of wish they had added more metal parts into him. Well, not parts, because he doesn't have diecast, but the section here has metal in it, I'm assuming. So that's why Hogarth can stick up there. But on this side, he doesn't. And neither do any of the hands. And speaking of hands, he's got these open hands, and he's got these kind of grabby hands. And to switch them out, you, here. Let me just remove the whole thing. So it's like this, and you just kind of pull it carefully. It's kind of tight, and then you just grab the hand that's correct, and you just push it in, and there you go. They go on pretty tight, so that's quite nice. And then just reattach this, and there you go. You have another hand. So I kind of wish the hands had metal in them, so Hogarth could stick a bit, or magnets in them, so Hogarth could stick a bit better onto them, because otherwise he's just gonna fall. Like, if you have him displayed like this, he's gonna fall and get lost forever. The magnet attachment point is quite good, I'd say. You know, I'm shaking him, pretty tough, and he's not falling off, but it's only for the right shoulder. Let me switch his arm back and try to get him to stand properly. Man, these legs, I'm telling you. Okay, so we've seen that he's quite tall. I think this figure stands at about 9 inches tall, so he's probably the tallest thing I've got here on my desk at the moment. Is this the right hand? I think it is. If it's not, oh well. By the looks of it, the hands will kind of, I guess the connection points for the hands, they will kind of come apart from, what's the word I'm looking for? After time, I guess? Through time? I guess repeatedly switching them is what I'm looking for. But over time, that's what it was. Over time, I think they will kind of grind down and become a bit loose. So that's a thing to kind of keep in mind. If you want to switch the hands out often, trying to get this guy properly situated. The other accessory he comes with is the S from that he puts on his chest. I forgot where it's from. I'll remember eventually. And this kind of just clips onto the top. I would be careful with this though. I don't know if I just forgot how to take it off or what, but I chipped it a little bit trying to take it off right before this review. So it's not really the point where it connects though, which is weird to me. But again, I don't really know what I did wrong, so I guess it can happen to anyone. You just clip it on, goes on pretty easily. And there you go, he's Superman. And then, here, let's try to... I'm like trying to be careful, but it's not coming out. There we go. A little bit of kind of wear there, but not too horrible. The paint might wear on the figure though. So far, it looks fine, but just do be aware of that. Again, if you switch it often, you know, if you take it on and off often, there's probably going to be some wear over time. And his final, not accessory, but gimmick is, I quite like it, it's pretty cool. So, we talked about the on and off switch in the back. So, the on and off switch is for this. Doesn't look quite as good from afar. But his eyes light up, which I think is quite nice. It's quite a nice addition for this figure. I'm gonna turn the lights off for a second just so you can see what that looks like. I think that looks quite cool. I think it looks a little better in person, and you can see like light shining through when you move his head upwards. Again, I think it's quite nice. Let me turn the lights back on. Well, actually, here. Let me try to bring them in a bit closer, just so you can see that a bit better. There we go. It's like when he's looking over the trees. Alright, now we can turn the light back on. And I think it looks quite nice. It's a nice yellow light. Batteries are included, I believe. I don't think I put anything in him. I don't remember doing so anyways. Alright, let's stand him back up. Okay, so final thoughts. That's kind of where it gets tough, because I don't know if all the figures that, you know, were made have the same problems that mine have. For example, the very loose head. That might just be, you know, something mine has. It might not be all of them. Same with the legs. They're not super loose, but they're a little bit loose. And again, that might just be mine. But for $30, you know, paint-wise, it's really good. Sculpt-wise, it looks straight out of the movie. You get 2 extra pairs of hands. You get that giant ass. You get a light-up feature, and you get a Hogarth. Did I mention the size? It's quite, you get quite a lot for this, for the price range. Actually, speaking of size, I completely forgot to do a size comparison. I don't really have much to compare him with that's Iron Giant related, because he's really the only thing that came out in the film. I don't really have much Iron Giant, I mean, not Iron Giant, Ready Player One stuff either. I completely forgot where I put my RX-78 II, the high grade, but I think a master grade would probably be shorter. I think a master grade might be about here, because I'm looking at my 1/100th Barbatos in the back that I've got there, and he's definitely a tad shorter than he is. But here's the NECA Godzilla 2019 figure, the Atomic Blast. Here he is with the SH Monster Arts Shin Godzilla. This is the frozen version, but I repainted it. I'm selling it on eBay, by the way. # shameless plug. And as you can see, he's taller than Shin and taller. No, he's not taller than his tail. I moved the tail up. he's not taller anymore. Yeah, that's the Monster Arts Shin. And then the only other figure. Oh no, wait, hold on. First is the SH Monster Arts Godzilla 2019, who is kind of the shorty. I think he's the shortest out of the size comparisons. Alright, now for the other, I think this is the second tallest figure I've got here at my desk. The NECA King Kong. The NECA King Kong is 8 inches, I believe, and this guy is 9. Okay, now final thoughts. Oops, just about my headphones. I don't know, because I know I said I recommended him, because for $30 he's really not that bad. He comes with a bunch of stuff, but kind of like this issue, the hands coming off, sliding off really easily kind of bugs me. The feet moving forward kind of bugged me as well. Again, mine are kind of loose. Not super loose, but a bit too loose in my opinion. I kind of wish they were a bit tighter. He doesn't feel the best, I'd say. This is kind of like more of a collectible, and it doesn't really feel like a collectible. It feels more, the plastic feels a bit more on the, should probably have them in frame, on the cheap side. It doesn't feel as strong as some other collectibles. It might also be just because he's really thin overall, but you know, you're getting a really good looking figure, good articulation. His knees leave a bit to be desired, I will say, in the moving back, but it's not too big of an issue. His arms are really good. You know, you get the light up feature and you get a bunch of accessories all for $30, so that's why I would recommend this figure. But at the same time, my specific one has a few issues that others might have. I haven't seen much. I haven't seen really people talk about having issues with him, so it might just be mine, but I don't know. But if you absolutely must have an Iron Giant and you don't want to pay for something like the Mondo, which I think is $100, give or take, this is a really good option. So yeah, that's my 2 cents. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe, and comment down below what you think of this figure. Peace.